This week on the iKnowBadeaux podcast,
Gabe looks ridiculous.
Got a mustache. I know.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
hey everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast, coming at you from the local 218 studios. I'm here with my brother.
I didn't ask to be born.
I'm looking at Gabe. I'm not even laughing at you anymore. I'm looking at Gabe. We got to bring this up super fast because, hey, Gabe Johnson, how are you?
Dave, I'm feeling great, looking great.
Looking fantastic. First time in my life I've ever seen you with just a mustache. I'm afraid of your chin. That's okay.
It doesn't really exist. I was a little scared after I shaved.
Did I shave my chin off?
Yeah, the man with no chin. There is a great clip from last night's city council meeting. It is during our safety and public works meeting where I, as the mayor, I just sit in on that committee and chime in from time to time because it's stuff I'm passionate about. And then all of a sudden you hear the door open and the door shut, and on another screen here walks Gabe. And then all of a sudden you just see me like nod, and then I just bust out fucking laughing. Because Gabe, for those of you that are just listening to us, Gabe is rocking what I refer to as a Groucho Marx look, with just a very impressive and nice stash.
Yeah, I can grow a stash with the best of. I've won mustache contests in my only one. I've won mustache contest in my life.
That's
so
contest.
But no, my 6-year-old has a real sense of style.
Yeah,
he's got a nice mullet, wears a red leather jacket.
That's right.
He's big on Uncle Jesse.
Oh,
he loves
nice.
John Stamos.
Yes,
right.
Well, now we're talking.
He has an electric guitar. But he told me for the NHL playoffs, Dad, you have to go with the Jake Middleton look.
That's awesome.
So Jake Middleton on the Minnesota Wild, big stash, has the hair up, tight on the side. So I went for it. You got to listen to the guy who knows style.
You got to listen, and it's working. They won in double overtime last night and took game one in Dallas. You Dallas Stars.
Yeah, Norm Green still sucks.
Yeah, still sucks. But anyways, just that ordeal. I laugh. Gabe walks up behind the whole group of people, and our lawyer is actually talking and presenting something, and all of a sudden Mike O'Day goes, I have no idea what you just said. A man just walked in with a caterpillar on his face. Shut the whole meeting down. Yeah. It's over.
Let's restart this whole thing.
Start over.
Hey, you know what week it is? It is Don't Tell Scotty. He does the news.
Oh, my Atlanta. Tamara Torlickson's digestive tract is a well-oiled machine. Whenever she has a race or a long run day, her bowels automatically clear before she hits the road.
You probably don't want that.
No. What if it's a false start?
It's going to be a messy ending.
Photo finish.
Well, nothing was different the day of the Mountains 2 Beach Marathon, her 6th race of the 26.2-mile distance in 2018. And yet, about halfway through the race, she realized she needed to go again.
Oh, no.
How she handled the urge was unusual. By pooping her pants.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
As is, of course, the tradition.
But she believed it served her well. Torlickson ended up achieving a personal record, as well as legend status in her running circles.
You got to dump that extra weight, man.
Oh, man. Okay. So we have a marathon here in the area. It is called Run for the Lakes. Gabe, you've been involved with it multiple years because it's with the Brainerd JCAs. I've been involved with it multiple years. They had me announce it quite a few years. Watching people who have completed a marathon lets me know everything I need to know about running a marathon. Nobody ends that and is like, God, that was great. I'm so happy and excited to be alive.
No, they're happy to be done.
Yes, happy to be done. Wrap me in some kind of tinfoil and sit me down because my legs don't work anymore. But the pooping the pants, I just don't get it.
Yes, quote, I don't know if it's possible to poop while running, but I will try.
Oh, no.
I didn't want one poop to mess it all up.
It did mess it all up.
It was quite a mess.
It did not.
Well, it did.
She beat her personal record by like a minute and a half.
Yes, she also beat her personal dignity.
On to your butt.
By pooping her pants. if this was a 2-year-old running the marathon.
Yeah. or you see the old guys that are running it, right? It's like the 80-year-old ran a marathon. It's like, good for him. He also pooped his pants. Well, that seems about right.
Before the race started.
At the start line.
Okay. I'm sure there's people out there that have suffered through, but that's the other part of it too. This
When
was a
you're-
conscious
when
decision.
you're on pace for a personal record, you got to let her fly.
I don't know. I think what you do is you take out the personal stopwatch and you say, time out.
This doesn't count.
No.
Doesn't count for my running time.
No.
This doesn't count as a break.
No, this is a actual emergency. We're going to take, if you broke your leg, you wouldn't go, God damn, I'm still going to keep running. That personal best is going.
You might.
You might, but it would be a bad decision. It would also be a bad decision.
If you hit a personal best with a broken leg, you're probably not a very fast runner.
I thought you were going a completely different direction with that.
Or it was
Thank
your
you.
first time doing it.
Yeah.
8.5 hours, new record.
Is setting the bar low. All right. Yeah. And it happens more often than it should. But the fact that she consciously just decided
Yes,
this is what
thought while running.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know if it's possible to poop while running.
Yeah, but of course it's possible.
Well, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, we've all seen.
Amateur.
Haven't you ever had to do the pinch your cheeks and scoot? Sometimes it's going to happen whether you want it to or not.
Have you never been to medieval times, Orlando?
All right, next.
Well, she did it at mile 13.
Oh, God, halfway. Not even halfway.
Halfway.
Well, halfway, but there's still 0.5.
Point one.
You couldn't even get to that last little bit and say we got half of this left to go. What was the time that she ran?
3 hours, 7 minutes.
3
Her
hours.
fastest by
Oh,
about
that's-
1 minute, 20 seconds.
That's a hell of a marathon.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, so good on her. Good on her. I just love that her body's a well-oiled machine. It takes care of business before she gets going. Okay, first of all, your body's not a well-oiled machine. We've proven that. You've just gotten lucky in the past.
You literally yourself.
When she neared the finish line, she yelled to her friends, "I pooped my pants!"
Oh, Jesus.
Like a 2-year-old would.
She quickly hit the medical tent for baby wipes and cleaned up in a porta potty.
I would have sent the friends to the medical tent. I would have went straight to the porta potty. I would have said, friends, help! You got to have a code word. This is what I'm learning about this is if you're running marathon, you got to have a code word for your friends for when you yourself, where you just get to the end and you're like, pineapple! Pineapple! And then just go straight into that tent. Don't wrap me in tinfoil. Don't get me my celebratory beer.
Somebody run home and get me a pair of pants.
Well, so that's what the wrapping of the tinfoil's for. So I don't want to know that they poop their pants. Just hide it and wrap them like dinner. All right. Anything else on that one?
I think that's
All right.
That's good enough. A New Zealand hunting competition has prompted uproar over a new category where children compete to kill as many feral cats as possible for a cash prize.
Ooh, that's a weird one.
The North Canterbury Hunting Competition announced the new category on Saturday,
Please tell me it's got a good name.
where children 14 and under will hunt feral cats for the possibility of a $250 cash prize. I don't see anything about the name.
It's got to have a good name.
Let's think of a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second annual is what we got. Second annual, here, kitty, kitty.
Operation Dumbo Drop.
Killing cats.
Killing cats for kids.
Killing cats
The
for
KKK.
kids. Unbelievable. I just got blinded. I looked down at that. I don't know what was worse. Oh, yeah. My God. Wait,
$250.
that's a lot of money for a kid under 14.
Yeah, you got to win, though. You got to kill the most cats.
Well, and this is,
You have to have that 1,000-yard stare.
I'm a little concerned that they don't, that's a wide age group. Because if you've watched any competitions where kids are involved, like 14 is, there ain't no 6-year-old out there winning that. The 14-year-olds are out there pushing the kids out of the way, stomping cats. That's a bad look. That's a bad
Wait, they're
look.
stomping cats? Don't just give them a 22 or something.
Well, I'm not. If you're trying to win, you're trying to win. You're going to shoot one cat. You're going to kick the other. You're going to catch one with a snare.
It says children often use air rifles in these sorts of events. which increases the likelihood of pain and distress.
Well, yeah.
I would rather be shot than stomped to
Yes,
death.
absolutely, 100%. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and just take a hard stance in saying that I think this is wrong.
Well, it's the KKK.
Prospective entrants were warned that killing anyone's beloved pet would see them expelled from the running. Any children who produced dead microchipped cats would have their entire entry disqualified.
Oh my God. Which means it's happened. Which means it's happened.
They had to create the rule.
Yeah.
Jimmy just went to his neighborhood and knocked on doors.
Animal rights campaigners, however, do not believe this safeguard will be sufficient. Disqualifying dead cats with microchips is too little too late, said Will Appleby.
Yes.
It's not even an ambulance, but a grave at the bottom of the cliff.
He pulled over. He can't pull over.
I love articles like this where it's like, come on, you're talking about killing cats. You don't got to get creative.
Well, if you have cliffs, you could kill a lot of cats real quick.
The kid that's
Yeah,
going to win is going to get creative.
Well, they did that in, what is it, Milo and Ottis? Is that the movie with the dog and the cat in the
That's
wilderness?
one of them, yeah.
When they,
That are My Way or something Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, in Milo and Ottis, we've talked about this years ago, but there's talks that there were many animals.
Oh, yes.
Many animals
Yes.
played the part of the animals in that because they kept dying. Or this one where the dog fights a bear.
Yeah, there's
That dog's fighting a bear.
Yep. Hey, let's put a dog in front of the bear and let it bark at it.
And
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're right. It is Milo and Otis, where they just threw the
And they
animals
just
into the water.
filmed a bear mauling a dog to death?
Well, no, they cut the film.
Cut! Next dog.
Wait for it. Cut. Next dog.
what they did film is the cat
Yes.
jumping off
Yes.
like a 50-foot cliff
Yes.
into
What you would refer to as
Unclean.
rapids.
Sure.
How would you get a cat to do that?
You don't. You don't.
You just throw it.
You scare it, and you know.
You scare the shit out of it until it has no other choice but to escape by any means possible.
You send it down to Australia during the KKK event, and just set up a camera. Get many shots
Hey,
of cats.
kids, come watch my movie.
This is unbelievable. Just unbelievable that I get it. Like, you got to do something with them, right? Because didn't they just find a house with? Oh no, it wasn't even cats.
It was rats.
It was rats
In
yeah.
Crosby.
In Crosby, they
What?
had 200 pet rats.
Rats aren't pets.
Well, this person said they were 200 of them. Pet rats.
Oh,
Yeah, probably should have looked into that one before this.
should have called the kids from New Zealand. Stomp those
Now
out.
that I'm on
Should have
board
called
with.
the KKK.
And I don't even care if those rats are microchipped. All right, that's great.
I suppose if you kill those rats, it's disqualifying. Those are house pets.
Yeah, just a bad idea. There are issues where, like, I can understand if you got a bunch of feral cats running around, you got to deal with them somehow, but probably the wrong idea.
I wouldn't get the kids involved in that one.
Yeah. Well, and how do these kids
Maybe
train?
like the clean up the park day, have them so
Yeah.
you can pick up the most
Yeah,
garbage.
clean it up of feral cats.
Well, send the kids
Too
in
many
to-
feral cats in the park.
Send in the kids to pick up the dead cats before they rot that you exterminated in another means.
Yeah, there you go, kids.
Yeah.
We're going to kill all these cats, and you guys come and throw them in a
Before
dumpster.
they start smelling.
Yeah, if it smells, you're disqualified.
Personally, I think that's a better option. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a better option. Because how does a kid train for such an event? What's her face is just training not to shit pants. How do these kids train for this event?
Killing the neighbor's cat.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what they do. This is a bad idea all around. All right, seriously, move on from this one before we lose all of our audience. Next.
A local National Guard member is facing federal charges after he reportedly sent his resume to a website called RentAHitman.com.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I didn't see that he sent it to a website, though.
Yeah, I think we talked about this one a long time ago because the website RentAHitman.com was originally created in 2005 to advertise a cybersecurity startup company, but the company never took off, and over the next decade, they reportedly received many inquiries about murder-for-hire services.
Yeah, it's just a good way to do it. Just a good way to do it.
Yes, put your website out there.
Yeah, it's like, it's like Craigslist.
Yeah, well, that
Literally.
one's a honeypot.
Literally like Craigslist.
Yes, the website's administrator then converted the website to a parody site that contains false testimonials from those who have claimed to use Hitman services, an intake form where people can request services, and an option to apply to be a hired
Could I
killer.
hire the kid who killed the most cats in New Zealand last year?
This seems like an easy. The guy's gonna get off on it. There's no way that you can't just claim that this is parody and that you knew it was parody. Like it would be super easy to just say like, obviously this is parody. I knew it was parody. I sent it in as a joke. There's no way he's gonna get arrested for it, or he did get arrested for it. But there's no way. There's no way that he does jail time for it.
Should we apply to be hitmen? All three of us. Can we apply as a team?
I bet we
Hitman
can.
team?
Hitman team. I like it. We need a
think
good.
so.
We need a good name.
The
though.
KKK.
The KKK.
Pass.
Yes. Hey, we all joined the KKK today. Oh, this is never gonna make it to.
I mean, it is because I don't have an option where this is the episode. I honestly, I would love to do it just to test that theory that you can't actually get in trouble for that, because how can you not claim that that's parody, right? If it's clearly a parody site, how can you not claim that it's not parody?
Well, I don't think it's illegal. It shouldn't be illegal to apply for a job as a hitman.
No, I don't think so.
I think doing the job of a hitman is illegal.
Well,
you shouldn't do that.
yeah.
But applying to have that job.
Yeah, you're just saying you're available.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but technically saying you're available to be a hooker is a crime. So
Yeah. Just because you didn't do the sex.
I guess. Austin Powers does the sex, can't do the sex. Wow.
Yeah, the guy's resume that he submitted stated that he was a marksman expert awarded for not missing a single bullseye on all of the targets and for shooting expert with 2 or more weapons.
It sounds like he wasn't an expert at shooting all the weapons.
Yeah, he sounds like he's a liar.
That sounds like something you claim on your resume when it's not true.
Yeah, I would rather hire the guy who accidentally missed once, but then hit the target the rest of the guy who's never missed the target.
Never missed.
Yeah.
With all weapons ever.
Who happens to also be in jail right now.
Yeah, that's a good sign that you picked the wrong hitman.
Yeah, missed the target on that one, buddy.
I sent you an email. I'll get back to you in 2 to 3 weeks when my lawyer gets me out of jail.
The guy later agreed to do a phone interview after an FBI undercover employee contacted him on April 3rd, the complaint said.
Okay, that's why you got in trouble.
During the interview, Garcia allegedly said he would be comfortable taking fingers or ears as trophies or performing torture at a client's request.
Okay, well, this is why he's in jail.
When asked what made him interested in the position, he replied, quote, "Being in the military, doing that sort of work already. I was looking into civilian law enforcement, but that's not for me. I wanted to do something more exciting."
I want to do something where I can get some trophies.
Did this guy kill cats as a kid?
Yep, I think he did. I mean, okay, I take it back. You probably have a case against this individual. He's still going to argue that it's parody. That's the correct, stance to take. You only got to convince a handful of jurors that that's
You only
the
need
truth.
one.
Yeah,
You only need one.
clearly this guy
Yeah, I'm just
wants to make money for killing people.
joking.
He met with the agent at a Hendersonville Park on Wednesday, April 12th, and was given a target packet consisting of photographs and a
that's
description
awesome.
of the fictional target's name, weight, age, height, address, and place of employment,
Oh my God, how do you not know this?
as well as a down payment of $2,500.
This is not looking like parody anymore.
it's no longer
starting to look like murder for hire.
At the same time, though, when they come with the movie packet of like, here's your manila envelope that gets slid across
Like
the
straight
bench.
out of Hollywood. Yeah.
Maybe just slide the envelope back.
Okay,
and say,
Fed. No thanks.
Yeah. It literally says top secret on it. I think we're gonna pass on this one. Yeah, I take it all back. This is definitely a dude.
This guy's a criminal.
Yeah, he's a criminal.
Yes, investigators said Garcia is his name. I don't know if I mentioned that yet.
Yeah.
Asked if he needed to take a photo of the dead body as proof that the job was complete. And he was subsequently arrested by the FBI.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
So as soon as he asked if he needed to prove that he did it, then they arrested him.
I think at that point you're like, we got enough. We got enough.
I want to keep going. How far can we take it?
That's one where the guy just touches his ears and says, "You got enough there, boys? We got enough."
Back it in.
Quit playing around.
Did he show up in a trench coat with dark sunglasses?
He was wearing a black suit, black tie, shades. He was, he was ready to go.
Yeah, he was John Wick in it.
So it says he told investigators he needed money and his family couldn't afford rent. When he learned he was hired for another medical job on April 7th, Garcia said he started having second thoughts about the hitman job.
Oh, wait a second. I got a real job?
Told investigators he was meeting with the agent to tell him he had changed his mind.
Oh.
However, Garcia is still believed to have violated federal law.
It sure seems like it. But he also has a medical job, so he could just get trophy fingers from the medical job.
Yeah, it seems like he's still up to no good in the neighborhood.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't be working in the medical field either.
Nope, don't want that guy around.
Pussy wagon.
Oh, God, one of the worst visuals in film is that Vaseline jug that he fucking throws him. Oh, we're of course talking about Kill Bill, which first Kill Bill, phenomenal. I think I stood up and applauded at the end of the first Kill Bill.
You're so stupid.
I am so stupid. I've done that in 2 movies. That one, it was all during my college days when I would be such an idiot. That and Team America are the two films where I stood
You
up.
gave a stand
stood up
Team
and applauded.
America.
It was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm 24 years old, or at that point, probably 22 or so. All right, let's. Is that the end of that one?
Yes.
End of the news, I think, for this one. Let's wrap up the
let's just
episode.
wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up with name of the year. Let's finish it off, and let's not go too long on name of the year. We've gotten 2 episodes with that now, but of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the continuation of the name of the year. We have selected 16 names from the news from the past year, and then we've taken those and created a bracket and matchups, and now you, the listener and the viewer, are in charge of selecting who you believe will win, and we are down to the Elite 8. Scott, take it away. Who do we got for our winners?
It goes without saying that Dick Bigger Jr. is a 1 seed.
Yes, Dick Bigger Jr. is a 1 seed versus
Rontavious Dude Person. Yes, Dick Bigger Jr. with 70.6% of the votes.
nice. Dick.
Moving on.
wow.
Holy moly.
What do we got here?
Dong Dong versus Ed Balls.
Okay, what's the breakdown?
50.6 to 49.4.
50.6 to 49.4. Who's the winner?
The winner is Ed Balls.
Dong, dong, gun.
Double dong, double out of here. Wow. 50.6?
Yeah,
Not even a percent. This is crazy.
that's got to be 1 vote.
It sure seems like 1 vote, yeah. Wow, that's intense. Okay, cool. So, yeah. I'm excited for that. I'm actually really excited that Ed Balls is winning because even though it's an old name, he got himself back in the news just in time to be a part of this competition, and that's the stuff we want to see here on the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Next up, we have Georgopoulos versus Parker Titsworth, who you're at odds with.
Parker, just mail me my fucking t-shirt already.
I'm so happy that I didn't purchase one now.
And moving on will be Georgopoulos.
I love it. I love seeing it.
61.2%.
61.2%. He is a 4 seed. So we will have a 4 seed versus the next winner here. That's going to be a great matchup. And lastly, what do we got? Who's our last Final 4 contestant?
We have Miss Jane Huang versus Steve Ho You Fat. And this one's not particularly close. 70.6%
Okay.
to Mr. Steve
Yep.
Ho You Fat,
I think that's
which
what.
is the exact same as Dick Bigger.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's looking like a whole you fat versus
Yep.
Dick Bigger.
Yep, those are some good matchups. So now going into the Final 4, we have Dick Bigger Jr. versus Georgopoulos, I believe. Am I correct? No, Ed Balls. Ed Balls. Yep. Ooh. Dick versus Balls again. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
And Ed Balls just knocked off Dong Dong.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest win thus far.
Ed Balls has won so far against Ed Cox and Dong Dong. Now
He
he's
ain't
up.
afraid of Dick Bigger.
Now he's against Dick Bigger Jr. This man, what we are proving
This
here
man is
is
a destroyer of dong.
So Dick Bigger Jr. a 1 seed. I believe Ed Balls was a 2 or a 3 seed, one of the two. And then a 2 seed, and then our last matchup, of course, Georgopoulos, which is a 4 seed, and I'm so happy that he's continuing to move on, versus Steve Ho You Fat. Steve with 2 E's.
Yes.
Yeah, those are great matchups. We're super excited for that. So, who do you got? Who do you want to see in the final?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I like Georgopoulos. I like Ed Balls. Like the Steve Ho You Fat and Dick Bigger Jr. are.
Yes,
they're almost too obvious.
I think so. I think that this is the correct Final Four. I think after watching everything play out, there were some good ones in there, but these are the correct answers to move on. They really are. I mean, Georgopoulos, come on. Yeah. And actually, from what I found, there's multiple Georgopoulos out there. There's a
Georgopoulos.
George Georgopoulos.
There are many Georgopoulos.
So good on you, Georges. Ed Balls is a sneaky choice there, but Dick Bigger Jr. versus Steve Ho You Fat is probably the best option.
This Dick Bigger Jr. versus Ed Balls is going to be a good match.
I think it's the best matchup so far.
Because they both have the backstories. If you haven't looked
Yes.
voters, Google them, look at the videos, look
Yes.
at their history. These are titans
Yes.
of the Name of the Year game.
This is what Name of the Year is about right there. I mean, like the Dong Dong, it's great. You know, the guy exists because he's a, Chinese gymnast. That's funny. But Ed Balls is a man that refuses to go away. Refuses to go away. And
I am Ed Balls.
And Dick Bigger Jr. is a farmer who somehow got selected to be a part of a campaign for a comptroller or something.
Yeah. Some weird statewide election in Illinois.
Yeah. You found the guy, you took a video of him, and then you had to make the graphic that said Dick Bigger Jr. and nobody raised their hand and said, "Excuse me?"
Can we call him Richard?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a ton of fun. Scott, what are you going with?
I like Georgopoulos.
I like George Georgopoulos as well. Yep. But I do think, I do think for myself, George Georgopoulos is my sneaky favorite. However, Ho You Fat, dude, it's just way too funny. And Dick Bigger Jr. is just, I mean, come on, the man's name is Dick Bigger Jr. You just they don't make them like that anymore. Mm-mm. They don't. I mean, if he did not sire a son and give us a Dick Bigger the third, I'm disappointed. That would be the way that I would say.
If your last name is Bigger, there's only one thing you can name your firstborn son.
It doesn't even have to be a son. If it's your daughter, her name is Regina, and she goes by Dick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, as always, Scotty, for the news.
Yes.
Next week is 1991 edition, so stay tuned for that. This was a quick month on that, quick turnaround from 1990 to 1991, but 1991 is an exciting year. It's going to be a ton of fun. That'll be the Be Kind Rewind, which is where we sit down and review the year that was, and a ton of fun. So excited for that. Thank you to the Boutros.
Again, yes.
I know, and thank you to Councilman Gabe.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. And with that, we're done.
Mr. Lange, do you want to answer that?
Sure. No, the city cannot issue a restraining order. It would be, what you're going to have is an injunction likely against this property owner, enjoining him from this continuing violation. If you do have a violation, we're going to have to bring it back before a judge at that point and look for harsher penalties against the property owner.
Sorry, I didn't catch all that. A man just walked in here with a caterpillar on his face. It's a little distracting. Sorry. What is it exactly as an injunction?
So an injunction.